Welcome back. As the summer ends here in Pennsylvania, we're going to spend some time hearing stories about people who have gone, right? We believe at St. Luke that you gather as God's people, that you grow in His love and grace, and that you go with the gospel. And so we're going to hear from some of our own about different ways that they have gone with the gospel this month of August. And so you're going to hear from Desiree Boshin, who went to Uganda. You're going to hear from three people who have made numerous trips down to Kentucky to serve there. And as you hear from all of them, my hope and my prayer for you is that you see how you too could go. That you don't have to be someone special, you don't have to have any necessarily unique gifts, but that as you are today, God calls you and invites you to go. And so first, we begin today with Don Olmstead. He shares about his time in Kentucky, and I love the way that he frames what happens here, that a mission trip is not just about service, that it's not just about giving someone what they need, but it's so much more than that. It's about binding hearts together. It's about meeting other people who follow Jesus from different places in the world. So enjoy today what he has to say about his experience as he has served in Kentucky.
So my name is Don Olmstead. I've been a member at this church since 1999. I've been on 4 of these Fuller Center trips, starting right after the tornadoes or shortly thereafter, and here we are 2 years later with the 4th trip. So the trips to me, they start with fellowship and fun, and they end with fatigue, fellowship, and fun. There's a lot of going up and down ladders, and every trip it's something different depending on what stage of the build that you're in on a house. And nobody is given an assignment that is beyond them. There's usually some very capable people who can direct your activities. Mark Miller is one, Doug Miller is one, Herb Marhoff is one. So we always have somebody on the crew who has a good, solid construction experience and can keep us moving in the right direction and fix our mistakes when those happen. And it's been just a great experience for me. Yeah, what makes it a great experience? It's at multiple levels. I mean, yes, you're helping people get rehoused, people who've been through a lot. And if you talk to some of these people, they're shell shocked, that like they've been through a war, especially shortly after the tornadoes hit, and they're still just reeling. And so you're doing some good. I always enjoy the fellowship, and I always enjoy picking up some new skills. I learn every time I go on one of these trips. Um, so it just, and I come back just feeling, well, I won't say I feel energized because I'm really dead tired, but I do feel invigorated, and it kind of punches the reset button for me, and uh, just gives me a better perspective on life. Yeah, another aspect of it is, there's a saying, preach the gospel, and if necessary, use words. And this is incontrovertible evidence of putting the gospel into action. It's not me trying to control you. It's not me trying to judge you. It's not me trying to tell you what to do. It's just me giving you something, giving you a boost, giving you a hand. And I think that's as good a witness as you can get. So these trips have kind of turned into like the retired and near retired people going, and I would really like to see families with teenagers on these trips. You know, if you have a 16-year-old, um, it's a chance to work together for your 16-year-old to gain some skills, to see how other people live, and it's very affordable. You know, it's not. It's going to be cheaper than going to the same beach you always go to, or visiting the same family that you're going to see at Christmas anyway. So I think that I would recommend this as a family vacation if you can do it. That would be my challenge, just to get more of the younger folk involved, and just all ages. I'd like to see that. I would say that my faith gets refreshed. You know, it's. I think when you get into a routine, when you're living your daily lives, and when you actually break that routine and get into doing something for other people, it just recalibrates you, and it recalibrates your priorities, and it just I think gives you you get appreciation for Christ on the cross and what he did for you, and what you can try to do for others. I think I'm bumbling through this, but it's it's just I think it's just refreshing. That's all. Fuller Center disaster rebuilders have been around in some form since Hurricane Katrina or shortly thereafter, and they're nonprofit. They are a Christian organization. They work with churches, both local churches, and to provide housing, and volunteers from remote churches to rebuild communities that have been devastated by, typically it's tornadoes or hurricanes. Tornado devastated areas, that's typically rebuilding houses from the ground up. Hurricanes, it's typically repairing houses that have been flooded, or lost lost the roofs or whatever. It's was founded by Millard Fuller, who also founded Habitat for Humanity. So it shares some values and um, methods that Habitat for Humanity uses. I am Don Olmstead, and I go with the gospel.